obviously, like you said, my parents are both Ghanaian of Ghana heritage, so yeah, of course it's a possibility. You know, I think I'm open to both, whether it's playing for Ghana and.
Okay, Nketiah ne ho nsɛm aba bepiem na me ne okasa ne de journalist bi ene Nketiah busuafo akwakodi nkomo amoma ka ne pen se abroad si onya blasters na obebo na ensɛm ne kosa ekoye sa akoye ne ho kekeleke ne something which is the same no and the president akasa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama go jani di hye no wadi nkomo na ne nsɛm no watwa bi e de ramu of blasters o to the future ene enema hodo nkrofo eka ede fa otu ado hu nyina no ene president ose adwebrɛw obia ema ne kasa enye ntientia na okai World Cup 2014 kese ensemebre ene kosi ye ema sika chedie bi ekɔso a ekɔwi ase ene Suleiman Tari mu nyina omo ho ba asɛm ene president wakasa ede afa ho ayeba betie ensama hodo opani no etumi aka yeba betie de ekɔ ene nia ebenti bia wo bia no na wa subscribe wa like na wa pia share na enkomo no etumi aye kama ebusua yenhye enkomo na se enfamfri abranta ne din ade Tariq Lamptey na ono so etimi asend congratulatory message e de ama the senior soccer team the Blasters of Ghana chese say abranta no ewo chese Fiorentina kache na emom no wa sha se e pake ne niema a wo hwe na World Cup ne dru so Tariq Lamptey so etimi akopie mu ewo US na abranta eko IG ne so enoko post to wo say good luck. Let's go. Let's go ni chere say a US and a yeko eno eye messenger abranta ni din ede Tariq Lamptey ebo moden ede eba ye now Nketiah sensem no ebusua se ni sitie na ni nyina nie ene Sadiq Adams ebe meki post bi na all chere say over the weekend or try out say obereche out to Nketiah family no wo bisa say trying to be koso na enkrofo akeka report ahodo bebre na circulate on media no say Tariq Lamptey aka ne pen say onya blasters na obebo ho asem ete say we aye nsem a Sadiq Adams ekobisa Nketiah busuafo na tie asem a Sadiq Adams ebe post ye any response a Nketiah family ede ba ye ni omo say I spoke to Nketiah, that is Sadiq Adams and eka say I spoke to Nketiah's family this weekend to get clarity on the stories about his switch. The source admitted that Nketiah had previously spoken to the Ghana coach and some GFA top officials, but he had not settled at his club. He has not settled at his club yet, so couldn't make a decision. Now, this paragraph, and some of Mukanyina and say, before says ansem we ever circulate no, na Nketiah, ne family members, ne manager ne wana kani nyina ene GFA for na akasa. And almost any Otuado wedding como concerning nationality switch. Na sa time na Ghana for Erisa Branton best switch no. According to some of more than say. Na Nketiah attention in focus in Yano or Crystal Palace because no Buna came from Arsenal, Kwako Piemu or Crystal Palace. Afe and now her say, obey me adjusted to Crystal Palace system no. It is some renedy na on taking decision, Mr. Team Communi pa. Was it or call Crystal Palace no on setting with team. It is some reno. Na ontimi magana for green light no say ampa why card so opeso osoche na oboma Ghana na say omoma Ghana no take his decision no be say na ye Ghana ya qualify a World Cup ni ekobie no afei e no mo say they say however Nketiah is now settled and at age 26 matured enough and ready to give his very best if Ghana calls now says he has Ghana blood running through him, so his identity is unquestionable. Enti, omo chese say no, about an age in 26. Ana afe no, was said to me asetil ye, Crystal Palace bobo konim. Eti afe die, Nketiah say, why you ready? That is the gospel according to Sadiq Adams, who abra or reach out to Nketiah family members no. And this and same way enti for those are no mo kasa asem nya no kre Nketiah nka hwe abrante ye beje no ye nyene ne ade ne nyina se ni de ye se kakum ye je no obanyansafo anum ene Sadiq Adams ene na busuafo na akwakodi nkomo asese no abrante say we ye matured enough say obetake decision e de ama ne ho enu nti no waye crowd say World Cup no momfa ne nko obebobi enti eno so eye message about do you think say we still need him? And I say we don't need him because people are with the assertion say Blasters we still need quality players our camp. It be more just a beya yemfanko People are also of the view say yenya good team, na yenya anase good starting lineup, na yenya quality bencher, and also boy intino. Say with the inclusion of Callum Hudson-Odoi and Nketiah Omopa, na empom betena bencher, ebema ye bench ne so ayehu. These are things and for air can too so bet me acha wadwene e wo comment section ho e di ama me na enkomo no etimi akoye. Now yeni nkomo e wo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na ene wedding nkomo e di afa Blasters we say no ya qualify a World Cup ni yekobie na openi no e di nkomo e di afa Akufo-Addo ni future ho. Wo se hwe wono osove market ehwe Ghana ha ye pa yeni coaches kra no ye about 33 million coaches. Enti Ghana for munti break na yenya Akufo-Addo na onye na djuma eno eye nsem a openi no e de betu dwa ene woto aso edi nkomo e ka se mistake bi a emre bi omudi sika egu oru play mu eko chichema players no e wa amanone wa bra na tournament e koso no wo se mistake no nya de se ndc aban no ebeye biem omosu omo lessons e de free mu ene ensem bebre na His Excellency etimi e kan ya je se eduru ba bi no na akwakoye ni gisem akoye asresem. By the way, yanko na yenkoti ensem a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama gonja ni di share no or the two dwa.
Very much, and we're all happy and proud of our boys. They've done quite well to qualify. I think that the team's morale and spirit is high. A few years back, Ghanaians were a bit, dejected in the Stars, but I can see that spirit of support for the Stars coming back. The Black Stars are one of the symbols that unite us as Ghanaians because the support for the Black Stars cuts across political party lines, it cuts across ethnic lines. And so I believe that the opportunity to go back onto the world stage and exhibit what Ghanaians can do is something that we're looking forward to. Just recently, the University of Development Studies came to me with a trophy they had won in the World University Soccer Competition, beating no mean team like Brazil. So I believe that we should take it step by step by step, and like we almost did in South Africa, be the first country to go beyond the semi-finals and into the finals of the next World Cup. But we're happy, we're proud of the boys. I want to congratulate the management team and all those who have contributed to this success.
Getting to best or better what Morocco did by getting to the semi-final will be some feats. But starting from the bottom, what does this mean to you as John Mahama, not as President of Ghana?
Well, I'm not too much into football, but the Black Stars are my number one football team. And so anytime the Black Stars are playing, I'm anxious to see them come out victorious. Sometimes it's a bit nerve-wracking to watch, especially when the goals are not coming. And so the last time I spoke with them, I asked them whether I should eat before I watch the match or eat after I watch the match. And they say I can eat after I watch the match because they're going to score. And they performed brilliantly. So to me, I'll be watching them every step of the way. And as president of this country, it is my duty to make sure that the right conditions are created for them to be able to make us proud. We've learned a lot of lessons from 2014, the last outing, that when there were so many controversies in the camp and all that. And so we are using those lessons to avoid anything like that, distracting the boys again so that they can give up their best and make Ghana proud.
From your high office, Mr. President, what do you want to assure Ghanaians will be some of these measures to ensure that Brazil does not happen again? One,
discipline and transparency. We believe that this campaign should be a more disciplined, campaign. Aside from that, there should be transparency. Often when decisions are made and funding is opaque and all that, it creates all kinds of rumors in the society and then creates all kinds of misperceptions in people's minds. And so one of the things I've told the Minister of Sports and Recreation and the GFA management is that we want to be transparent in how the national soccer teams are funded so that Ghanaians understand that their resources are being used properly. And so discipline and transparency are going to be the two watchwords, in terms of the next campaign we're going to.
Speaking of discipline, transparency, and campaigns, Mr. President, I'd like to know how badly do you think Brazil and the fiasco, how badly did it dent your reputation to the extent that it affected your political fortunes?
It actually dented Ghana's reputation. I think that it is a practice that had, occurred over time. And there was suspicion between the players and the GFA, and between the GFA and the players and government, because the players always had the thinking that, either somebody was going to divert funding that was due them and all that. I think that we've learned those lessons. We've come, up. I think in that particular instance, the players refused to train.
Yes.
And they refused to go to the pitch if they didn't see their money in fiscal cash, And so in an attempt not to let them feel discouraged and not play or something like that, some decisions were taken. But all that is behind us now.
Yes.
We've encouraged the GFA to ensure that we're able to process the payments that are due to the players as quickly as possible. And like I said, that's why we want to be transparent. If government has given a certain amount of money, we know what the budget is. And I've said that as much as possible, we should let the public know what the budget is and what is due to every player and all that. So that before the campaign starts, government will put money into the budget. We're encouraging the private sector to join, to fund, the campaign. And so we'll know how much money is there, how much is going to every player. They all have accounts now, and so we can pay the money directly into their accounts instead of carrying money fiscally and giving to them. And that's why I say the lessons of 2014 have been learned, and I believe that this will be a smoother, more disciplined, transparent campaign.
That's a relief. I know you said you're not much of a football person, but our qualification to the World Cup has come on the back of not qualifying for the Africa Cup of Nations. From a football point of view, what would you like to see from the Black Stars in the World Cup?
When we crashed out of the AFCON, it was heart-wrenching for all Ghanaians because it was the first time in many decades that
20 years
that Ghana had not gone for the AFCON. Ghana has been a permanent fixture in AFCON, and so it was quite hurtful, but I believe that the boys have made it up with qualifying for the World Cup. And so we must take it one step further in the competition itself to make Ghana proud. Like you said, we must follow in the footsteps of Morocco to go beyond the semi-final and probably, who knows, fingers crossed, bring that trophy home to make Ghana proud and make Africa proud.
Mr. President, because of time, what will be your final words to Ghanaians as we go to the World Cup?
My final word to Ghanaians is that we must all rally behind the Black Stars. We must support them, to the hilt. Let's not bring any partisan considerations or ethnic considerations. We are one in supporting the Black Stars. The Black Stars is our team. It's a team for all Ghanaians. It's our national team. And so let us support them. Let's also give the management and technical team some peace. I know that we're 33 million coaches in Ghana, but please, let us keep our coaching to ourselves and let the coaches and the managers handle the team without distracting them. There are sometimes we get so emotional, we start insulting some of the players and all that. And in these days of social media, people can say hurtful things, that will affect the mental health of the players. So please let us refrain from those things and support the Black Stars to the hilt.
Okay, mamina wase na me samu akwa biem Emerald Sports Link Ghana so enti ensem no na wonya bia wutie no wo ne His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eya adwene e wo ne nsem kan ye ne ho anase wo ne nya adwene edi Nketiah sesei wa mo ye green light se blasters no kre onya obebo yema ne mra anase yem forget no kwadwenkyere no eto comment section wo ensem a His Excellency e kan ye fa otuado future ho no eno so betimi ache wadwene na enkomo no etimi akoye ha ɛyɛ Sports Link Ghana kikele kensem no ha ne yɛde ma wo subscribe like ne pia share na enkomo no intimi nkoyi